that I do it. I'm going to comply, right? And so the first thing that I want to say tonight is, because we're going to deal with secrets. I want to talk about how our secrets hold us hostage. And when I say secrets, a lot of the times, we just, oh goodness, I don't want to jump on live. Let me watch that later because I do, we harbor things that sometimes we don't feel confident enough to share. Sometimes we have a lot of fears. I'm going to deal with that about why we don't share certain things. But I want to say this about secrets. We think we have secrets, but our secrets have us. So I'll say that. Let's just kick this thing off just like this. We think we have secrets. Like, oh, I have a secret. But the truth is our secrets have us. One more time for y'all in the back. We think we have secrets. But the truth is our secrets have us. Secrets, they get us in a chokehold. Secrets, they grab us and they do not let us go. As long as we're stuck, we're in danger of not achieving our goals. As long as our secrets have us, they hold us. When they have us, they hinder us. I need y'all to know this. And so secrets, they have us. We don't have secrets. They actually have us. It's a hostage situation. And they're hindering us from showing up. Think about how many times we've just been like, man, people just don't know. Oh goodness, if they only knew what I had to deal with, if they only knew my story, if they only knew and so we think we have our secrets, but they actually have us. Experts actually say that the number one reason that we keep secrets, because we're keeping secrets, but what's happening in our head is that we think we're keeping the peace. And so we keep secrets and we hold on to them is because we don't like conflict. We don't like interruption and we don't like confrontation. Let's talk about it. We don't like conflict. We don't like interruption. We don't like confrontation. So we don't like anything that creates a cognitive dissonance that rubs against something. And so as long as we're saying to ourselves and other people, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And the secret is I'm not good, I'm not good. I don't like the conflict of even those thoughts. So let me just rehearse this lie to myself internally so that I don't have to be in conflict even with myself. I don't want my life to be interrupted. I just want to, you guys have heard me talk about the state of inertia, where there's motion but no movement, where we're going along the same lines in a flow. We think we're just moving, but it's just like a gerbil, a hamster in a cage, and that's on that wheel, and that we're sweating and panting, and we're getting up and we're working hard and we're running around, but we're not getting anywhere. We don't like confrontation. We don't like to be confronted, even when we're confronted by our own thoughts. So a lot of the times we'll silence our thoughts. A lot of the times we'll tell our thoughts, shh, I don't want to think about that. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. How many times have you done that? I'm not, we're not going to have that conversation. I'm not doing that. We think we have secrets, but our secrets have us. We're trying to keep peace. And the thing about it is it's a distorted sense of peace. It's a false narrative. It's not peace. We just don't want to be interrupted. And so we think we're keeping the peace. Again, though, we are holding ourselves hostage and we're not being able. Thank you guys that are joining. I see you guys sharing. I'm telling you, this is going to be so powerful tonight. I just really felt led. I was trying to talk about something else and I just kept going back to, no, we're dealing with my secret won't let me get free. Let's deal with that tonight. And so, we think we have secrets, but our secrets have us. Here's something very interesting. I really want us to understand about secrets. Secrets breed lies. I want us to really understand this. Secrets breed lies. This is a very surprising truth. Most of us live in a gray area between the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And the other side of that is what they don't know won't hurt them. And so we live in this area of gray. I know we like to act like we straight shooters. I know we like to act like we tell it like a TI is. I know we try to act like if it's coming up, listen, But most of us, we live in this gray area, and sometimes we don't even recognize it because we're giving ourselves information that is distorted. As you've heard me say time and time again, dysfunction distorts discernment. And sometimes we don't even know that we're telling a lie to ourselves because of the dysfunction. One of the things that I live by is that just because you've normalized something doesn't mean it's normal. And sometimes we have normalized things and said, "Oh no, that's fine. That's just how it is." But it's a lie. And so our dysfunction is distorting our ability to discern. And so what happens is we are in this place where we live in this gray area between this is the absolute truth. I don't care how it's going to make me look. I don't care how it's going to sound, and we live between this other area of let me hold this back. Let me say it like this. Let me just only tell this part, even if it's because I don't want to look bad. And so what we don't realize is something that I say, in the realm of philosophy, we don't realize that what our secrets are doing is they're creating a conflicted cast of characters. I need us to hear this on the inside of us. Secrets, they are breeding lies. And so they're creating a conflicted cast of characters on the inside of us. Thank you all that are sharing and joining tonight. I appreciate this. And we're dealing with secrets. My secret won't let me get free. And so here it is. We have these secrets. And so because we have these secrets, we have to have a persona for each one of these issues. And so there's a cast of characters on the inside of us where one way when we're at the house, these set of people can be exposed to this particular part of us. And so there's a cast member there. And then we may go to work, and then that set of people have to be introduced to this part of us. And so there's another character member. And then we have our real friends, and they get a different part of us. Then we got church folk, and then they get a different set of us. And then we have our online persona, and that's a different. And so we are creating, because of secrets, a conflicted cast of characters on the inside of us. So when we say secrets, let me say something about that, because I think a lot of the times when we hear secrets, we automatically say, people think that I'm just it's this big thing that's happened that I cheated, or I stole this, or sometimes the secret is simply because I'm afraid to admit the truth, and so I'm hiding it. It's a secret if you are sick sick of something and sick from something, and you're just saying, no, I'm fine. And it's not until your physical body can't handle what's happening and you have to get admitted into the hospital where your secret finally comes out. And so I want us to begin, because I know a lot of the times when we feel conflicted, we get defensive, right? I don't have no secrets, honey. I'm just an open book. Listen, sometimes we keep secrets when people say, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm good." Well, I thought this. No. Oh, no. That was just a thing. That wasn't anything. That was just a secret, because no. I'm not going to allow somebody to find out that I don't have this together. And so we don't understand is we are creating, again, this conflicted cast of characters on the inside of us. And so this person has to show up. And sometimes, no wonder people think we're socially schizophrenic. Ouch and amen. No wonder they think we are bipolar. No wonder they're thinking well, who's going to show up today? Who am I dealing with today? This is a little bit more than just having a mood swing. Sometimes I'm chipper and sometimes I'm a little bit solemn. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I have to, in order to preserve the persona, I need y'all to hear me, because I'm projecting perfection. I've got to create this cast member to hold this secret. And so because I don't want people to know I've dealt with this person that they're seeing don't know that this is who I am at home. They don't know that this is who I am. And so people who've seen different parts of us, though, they're the ones we don't want to deal with, because they can check us. Wait a minute, is this the same person that was just at church? Oh, wait a minute. So you're here at home falling apart, but at work, you out here winning and bossed up. And so secrets sometimes create, again, this conflicted cast of characters on the inside of us. That's why the enemy sometimes is that inner me, because we have these conflicting cast members that are all vying for the same vehicle. Can I say it again? Thank you guys for joining and sharing. For the people in the back, we have these people who are all vying for the same vehicle. We're just one car, but they're all fighting who's going to get the driver's seat today, who's going to get to drive, where are we going, who's going to control the narrative today. And sometimes we don't understand that that's what's causing a lot of this instability. The Bible, instability and us being unstable. The Bible says that in James that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And I always tell people to say all means all. And so if we're unstable in one aspect of our lives, it's going to bleed over, because all these characters still stay at the same vehicle. They're driving the same car, they're living in the same house. And so there's going to be a commonality. There are some common rooms. They might have different bedrooms, but they all sit at the same kitchen table. And so there's going to be some of the DNA that's going to be found in each of these characters. And so if you're unstable, if there are certain habits that show up in one area, best to believe it's going to show up in a different area of your life. And so that's why the Bible says that when you know the truth, it makes you free. When you come into an awareness, when you acknowledge, and here's the thing about knowing the truth. A lot of the times, even in the Word of God, when it talks about the word know, even by definition, knowing is much more than just seeing something. It's having an intimate awareness of something. And so you can see the truth and still not recognize it. That's going to help somebody. I don't need to tip into this philosophy tonight, but I really want us to understand this. You can see the truth. You can see the handwriting on the wall and still not have an awareness of the how it's applicable to you. You can see something. Oh goodness. How is it that everybody can see that this is not good for me? And I can see, the red flags, but I can't see my way out of that bad relationship, because we can see things and still not have an acute awareness of it. And so that's why when you know the truth, when you come into an awareness, when you come into the knowledge, when you begin to be, when the eyes of your understanding become enlightened, then you're set free. And so I want you to understand that. And so I've always said, before the truth can make you free, you've got to figure out what lie holds you hostage. What is it that's holding you hostage? And so the truth is making you free from the burden of all of these personas that you're trying to carry, the burden of these characters that you're trying to carry. The truth makes you free because you're able to cast those cares and let them go. And so when you allow the truth to make you free, it holds you, it releases you from what I call the fantasy, the facade, and the fear. Right. I'm teaching tonight. I didn't know I was just going to go right in, but when the truth makes you free, because again, secrets, they won't let us be great. When you know the truth, it releases you. It makes you free. It frees you from the fantasy. I always say the fantasy is the lie that you create for yourself. Right? You already know we live in these. When somebody says she's just living in a fantasy, that's that lie that you're creating for yourself. You're saying, you know what? This is not happening. I don't have to deal with that. Just creating this lie for yourself. The facade is the lie you create for other people. That's that glass, smoke glass and mirrors, right? That's when we're trying to make everything look okay on the outside because we don't want people to know the secrets. And then, of course, last but not least, we have to understand the fear. That fear is that fake thing, that stagnation that is created in my heart, that false narrative that makes me feel as though everything is okay, but you can still kind of feel that feeling on the inside. And I know we do this. I know we like to act like, oh, no, not me. Listen, I've been a victim of smoke, glass, and mirrors. I've created facades. I've had a fear that I've had these things where I created a fantasy in my head and I've made something look like something else because no. I'm not prepared right now emotionally to deal with that. Sometimes you are cultivating these lies sometimes in these secrets, and because you're saying I'm not emotionally able to deal with the truth right now. I'm not financially able to deal with the truth right now. I'm not physically able to deal with the truth right now. I love that my friend Dr. Tracy Knighton, who is a therapist. She always says that one of the things about the truth is when you're made aware of something, when you start telling the truth to yourself first, what happens is it's in alignment with accountability. There's no way you can release the secret and see the truth and not have some aspect of accountability. And so a lot of the times what we will do is we will create that, again, we will create a fantasy for ourselves, and we will just make things look like what they are not, because I'm not ready for that. I can't, what a, and so if I allow myself to see the truth, then what? Then what am I supposed to do? Especially if I feel like I don't have any resources, especially if I don't want to be judged, especially if I've been saying, if I've been creating this facade for everybody else, and to see, oh my goodness, telling the truth means I gotta, oh no, no. And so again, there goes that state of inertia. There we are now, a gerbil again on the wheel, and we're just expending all of our energy emotionally and physically and spiritually, and exerting mentally, and then to what? To no avail. And so when we know the truth, it releases us from those things. And so I want you to understand something. And this is, again, I'm giving you guys a lot of philosophy tonight, because that's my area of expertise, and I want it to make sense. Again, we perish when we don't understand, because a lot of the times we've been doing things and we really don't understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. And so again, this is how we get the knowledge out of all of our getting. Get some understanding about this thing. And so here's what I want us to know. The truth is that keeping secrets is actually a part of human nature, right? And not all secrets make us stressed out, and not all secrets put us in a place of stagnation. And so how do you then identify whether something is unhealthy, or if a secret is detrimental? It's very simple. Does it make you, the thing that you're holding, does it make you lie, and does it make you hide? And so if you're saying, okay, well, I'm keeping this secret, but I don't think it's a bad secret, I think I'm doing it out of necessity, and that's fine. How do you weigh it? How do you balance it? How do you know if it's something detrimental, or how do you know if it's unhealthy? Well, does it make you lie, or does it make you hide? Right? And then I want you to go even deeper, past surface mentality with that. Do you have to lie about who you are? Do you feel as though you have to hide your feelings? Do you feel like you have to hide your true intention about something? These are prime indicators of this plot, because secrets are actually a plot against your purpose. And so I really want us to understand this. We keep secrets for a lot of the reasons. And I'm going to go through just a short list of reasons, 7 main reasons why we keep secrets. And if you feel like that's you can say me out, on in the comments, or you can say it to yourself. But I really want us to understand this, because the secrets and stagnation, they go hand in hand. This is a plot against your purpose. And so again, we think we have secrets, but our secrets have us. They have a chokehold. They're hindering us. They're harming us. They're holding us hostage. And so 7 main reasons really why, again, I'm taking this from the aspect of that philosophy nature. 7 main reasons why we keep secrets. Number 1, we keep secrets because exposing it might lead to ridicule. Exposing it might lead to ridicule. We don't want to be embarrassed. Right? We just, and again, sometimes it's because we've created this facade for other people, smoke, glass, and mirrors, and we've allowed them to believe that, oh, I'm strong, nothing bothers me. Oh, I don't care about this. Whatever that facade is that we have, whatever that thing is that is a secret, we think that if we actually begin to finally tell the truth, that exposing it is going to lead to ridicule, and people they're going to talk about us, right? They're going to laugh at us and say, oh, there she is. And people can be mean, don't get me wrong, people can be real slick, and petty, and oh, there she is, miss I got it all, and can't nobody tell me nothing, right? And so exposing it, we keep the secret because exposing it might lead to ridicule. Secondly, we keep secrets because exposing it or telling it might lead to distrust. If we have to tell the truth about something, we are having to acknowledge that we were not truthful about something else. And so now we're afraid. If I tell the truth, now people won't trust me. Yeah, sure, they'll believe me, that now, but they're not going to believe me anymore. They now I've created this distrust. We hold the truth sometimes because we're saying, I don't want to see. I don't want people to see me as untrustworthy. So we'll hold the secrets. The third reason why we keep secrets is because we believe that by exposing it, it's going to mean that people are going to pass judgment on us or be condescending. So they're going to pass judgment and they're going to be condescending. Can I pause and tell you something? People are going to do that whether you expose your secret or not. Or not. Like, people will pass judgment on you just for breathing, for getting up in the morning and going to bed at night. People will pass judgment, and they're going to be condescending if if that's in their heart, if that's their intentionality, if that's in their genetic makeup, they're going to do that anyway. And so we're holding secrets. Number one, again, exposing it might lead to ridicule. Secondly, we thinking it's going to cause distrust. Thirdly, we think it's going to cause somebody to pass judgment on us or be condescending. Number four, we hold the secret because we feel as though nobody will really understand. When you are naked, exposed, vulnerable, when you have to expose a secret, you're thinking you're not going to be able to understand why I did it. Like, I'm telling you this, but my fear is that you won't understand. You will not be able to understand why I did it. And so you're just going to look at me crazy. And now I got to look at myself crazy. And so now it's not just me looking crazy. Now somebody else is joining the look crazy party, and everybody's just looking crazy. And so we hold secrets because we just feel like nobody will understand us. And number five, the reason why we hold secrets is because, here's the truth, we have exaggerated it so big. We've made it so huge in our minds, and that in reality, we're afraid that it's going to be trivial to somebody else. Ouch. We're keeping secrets because we've made it so humongous in our minds that we think that by the time somebody else hears it, they're going to be like, that's it. That was what was keeping you from doing. And the fact that, wait, that was my crutch. That was my crutch. I leaned on the fact that, oh my goodness, this thing right here, man, if they found this out, oh my goodness. No, it's too big. It's just, nobody's gonna fool with me. And then it's finally released and people will be like, that's it. I dealt with that last year. Huh? Wait, what? And then it goes back to what I said before about, once a secret is exposed, once we start telling the truth to ourselves, now we have to be accountable. And so now that it's not as big as we've tried to make it, and now is not, the whole world isn't going to come to a standstill. Oh, I actually have to do something and be accountable. 6, I'm giving you 7 reasons why we keep secrets. Number 6, and just, take it for what it's worth, home training. I always say, you trace the tree. Just trace the tree. Sometimes home training, and maybe it wasn't your mom or your dad, maybe it was your cousin them, but home training, that emotional and physical environment of what habits you learned, and the methodology of emotion that you start seeing and start gravitating towards. You may have saw your parents lie to bill collectors. Oh, I don't have it. And then you hear them lying to other people. Oh, I didn't know you called. Oh, I didn't see that notice. Oh, no. I didn't get that letter. Home training, you're seeing it. Or you have a parent that tells you about another parent. Don't tell your mama we went out. Don't tell your daddy I spent this money. Don't tell your sister I gave you this. Grandmama, don't y'all tell y'all mama I'll let you. And so inadvertently, we are being taught to start hiding things. We're taught that it's okay. Again, I said at the beginning, just because you've normalized it does not mean it's normal. And so we're taught these things by default. We've seen them. It's been, this is just what we do. If you don't, I don't tell her that because it's going to hurt her feelings. Just tell her she's cute, but she's not. Do you ever wonder, think about it, when children, anybody here, have kids or have kids, and when they were small, they would embarrass you because they just tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I mean, will tell you, oh, mama, you fat. Oh, daddy, you bald headed. Oh, that's ugly. Who is that lady right there? Why she look like that? Just be pointing stuff out, and you just be, that man breath stink. Y'all know how to. Is it just me? I can't hear nobody in the comment section. Yeah. Anybody understand that those little kids, It's just a certain, they have zero chill, right? Just no chill. Nobody has conditioned them as of yet to hold back anything, right? Nobody is telling them that it's not okay to tell the truth. Yeah, I see y'all. Nobody's telling them stuff, but something happens when, there's a difference between showing them what is appropriate and telling them to tell the truth. Don't tell her that. Tell her she look pretty, but she doesn't. But tell her that anyway because it's gonna make her feel better. Instead of, my mom used to say, if you can't say something nice, just don't say nothing at all. Like, no, don't tell no lie. Just don't say anything. Just reserve comment. And so sometimes, yeah, kids don't have a filter. And so sometimes, and this is what happens to us when we have seen certain things and heard certain things. This is what we do. I know we love saying whatever happened in Vegas stays in Vegas, but the truth is, we heard earlier than that, whatever happens in this house stays in this house. Anybody feeling that? Know know that to be the truth? Oh no, don't let them people know what happened in this house. Oh, we don't talk about that. Here's the closet. Put that skeleton right in it. Here's the secret case. Go hide that in there. Put that up, put that lock on it and push that back. Here's the rug. Put that up under here. It's whatever goes on in this house stays here. And so we perpetuate a generational cycle of deceit and dysfunction. Can I say that again? And so we perpetuate a cycle of dysfunction and deceit, and we pass it on because it's generational. And we pass it. They passed it to us. We pass it. At some point, we have to interrupt that cycle and say, no. What's going on in this house affected me. And because I want to be made whole, somebody's going to have to get this, whether it's my pastor or a therapist or my mentor or my friend or a doctor or a teacher or an attorney. Somebody's got to get this truth because I don't have the capacity to carry it. I don't have the capacity to carry it. I'm talking about my secret won't let me get free. And again, I said at the beginning, thank you guys that are joining. I appreciate you guys for popping up. This is a late night. So for those of us on a Saturday night are just saying, hey, it's some things we want to talk about. Let's walk through this truth. We think we have secrets, but they really have us. They're holding us hostage. And then last but not least, the last reason why we hold secrets is because somebody has held us or holds us in a high regard or in a certain regard, and we don't want to disappoint them. So we keep this false persona in order to stay valuable to them. I know that was a lot if you're taking notes. I see you guys that are taking notes. So let me say that again. The last reason that I'm going to mention tonight about why we keep secrets is because someone has held us in high regard, and we don't want to disappoint them. So we keep up this false persona in order to stay valuable to them. And so there it is again, that fantasy, that facade, the fake and the fear. Somebody just said, as I said this, Holy Spirit is revealing to you those secrets. Yeah, the secrets. Sometimes we don't even know that, again, the culprit of our complacency, the culprit of our lack of confidence, the culprit of our the lack of continuum is because there's this secret that's holding us hostage. And so, again, it's a plot against your purpose. It's a plot against your purpose. Do you know, and I know this is maybe a shocking fact, but did you know as I did the research for this, because I did a whole training, a whole teaching on secrets, that research found that the average person has at least one secret that they have been carrying for over 15 years. Country way and say, let that sizzle in your spirit. Can I say that one more time? Researchers say that the average person has at least, at the very minimum, one secret that they have been carrying and holding for over 15 years. I want you to take a moment and think about your secret. whatever it could be, and put a time frame on it. Because it looks like, oh gosh, that's a long time. But wait a minute. It's 2021. And that happened in 1999. That's already 22 years. That happened in when? The average person. And I did this thing. I don't know, some of you guys see some of the women that were at my prophetic pajama party a couple of weekends ago. It was a night of healing. And so we did some prophetic activations. And so one of the activities was that I had everybody to hold their hands like this. And I said, I want you to hold your hands. I want to show you what happens when you've been holding something for a long time. And so I had everybody hold their hands up and I was just talking. And I said, no, don't put your hands down yet. Just keep holding them. Just keep holding them up until you feel your elbows burn, until you feel your wrist starts to, because this is how long we hold things. Grudges, unforgiveness, shame, regret, ridicule, whatever it is. Just imagine keeping your hands in this same position for over 15 years. Imagine what your arms would begin to do if you kept yourself in this position for a long time. Imagine what your muscles would begin to do. Imagine how your limbs would be screaming, please, please, please stop. Please let me rest. Please put me down. Understand that if you're holding something, if you're holding it for such a long time, how can you eat? How can you write? How can you cook? How can you hug? How can you work? Because your hands are in this position. We don't realize that this is the position of our emotionality. This time it looks like this sometimes. And we're wondering why we're not able to be open to people and open to things, and why our career isn't taking off, and why our business is not being built, and why, because our hands are like this. We've been holding a secret. Over 15 years, the average person has been doing this for over a decade and a half. And so what we do is that we create a lie that we can live with instead of acknowledging a truth that we can live through. I'll say this again for the people in the back. We create a lie that we can live with instead of acknowledging a truth that we can live through. One more time, what happens? This is what we do. We create a lie. I can live with that. I can live with that. So we create a lie we can live with instead of a truth that we have to actually be able to live through. And you know the most common reason for carrying secrets that long? Rejection. Plain and simple, rejection. We carry these secrets and we allow them to hold us hostage simply because we can't bear the thought of being rejected. Something about rejection, puts us in a place, our sometimes unhealthy, codependent, that codependent part of our character, those of all that deal with unhealthy codependencies. And all of us, we want to be wanted, we want to be desired, we want to be accepted. But sometimes when it's unhealthy, we want it so much, and so to the place where we just say, just the thought of telling the truth, the thought of putting this out there, the thought that somebody might hear this and run away or pull back from me, the thought of that just brings me to tears. No, I'm just, oh gosh, just to even think about what people would say or how they would see me if they know, oh gosh, just the thought of the rejection makes me say, nope, I'll stay held hostage to the secret. But here's the thing, it creates a deficiency. Now, when we do that, we now feel inadequate and we are unable to receive good things because we're just, that it can be stifling. It can put us in a place where we're not even able to move forward. It stopped us in our tracks. It immobilizes us. And you know what? Here it is. Deficiencies attract dysfunction. I'm dropping gems tonight, right? Let's just call this a free personal development training, right? We're going to do this tonight. When I'm led to do something, I just do it. But deficiencies attract dysfunction. So in reality, what's happening is that our likelihood for rejection actually now increases instead of decreases. I told y'all I was going to deal with y'all with philosophy tonight, right? That's my area of expertise. And so our deficiencies attract this dysfunction. And so here it is. I want you to see it like this. And so you're saying, I just want people to love me. I just want them to embrace me. I just want to be, I just want to be accepted and loved. But the deficiency that I can't live without it. I gotta have it. I need it starts now causing us to say, you know what? They don't really, I really don't think people really like me like that anyway. So now when they do come to try to embrace us and we're just saying, what do you want? Nah, that was too easy. There's no way you want to be with me. There's no way you really like me without. Nah, that's okay. And so then when people withdraw because we're cutting them off, then we say, see, I knew it. But that deficiency, that unhealthy codependency, that imbalance, that emotional imbalance it's attracting dysfunction. And then it will attract people who are dysfunctional. And so now guess what happens again? Now we're going to be even more withdrawn, distrustful, antisocial, suspicious. Secrets create stagnation. Yeah, I see I'm helping tonight. Are y'all sharing? Secrets. I'm slow walking this thing tonight. Secrets. It's already after 11. Secrets create stagnation. Right? And thank you guys. I see you in the comment section being so open and honest. I love these late night chats, right? Secrets cause stagnation. There was a study actually that was done to determine some of the top secrets that people keep. At the very core, though, here it is. Each of these secrets plays a major role in a person's life, whether it is physically, whether it's mentally, whether it's financially, whether it's relationally, whether it's spiritually, that suffer from some place of stagnation. It's almost like secrets steal substance. Ooh, that was good, right? Secrets steal substance and our sustenance. So it's almost like secrets have to feed off of something. And so they have to pull something from you, from whatever that area is. And so if somebody exploited you, right? If they took advantage of you in certain areas, and that's a secret, in order for that secret to stay alive, there's a part of you that it steals. It begins to steal your self-confidence. And so it makes you feel like nobody will love you and everybody's going to just take from you and nobody really wants you for who you really are. And so secrets steal substance and sustenance. They steal and they take something valuable in order for them to stay alive. I'm telling you, we think we have secrets, but our secrets have us. And so I want you to take a moment and think, where's my secret? What is it? And what is it feeding off of to survive? Is it feeding off of my self-esteem? Is it feeding off of my voice? Is it feeding off of my confidence? What is it stealing? Because it's stealing substance. It's stealing something from me because it needs to be, anything that is alive has to eat. And so if secrets are alive in you, then they're stealing, they're taking something from a certain area of you, from you. They're taking something from you. And so I keep reiterating this, that secret this is a plot against your purpose. And so I'll give you a couple of the top reasons why, or the top secrets that people keep, right? The first, I think the number one secret that they said that people keep is an affair. And an affair. Let me give you a different philosophy about affair, right? So we're thinking about affair in the natural, right? You're thinking about, well, somebody is married to somebody and then somebody cheated, which is a technical definition of it. But I want us to see this holistically tonight when I'm talking about secrets and stagnation. An affair is a stagnation in cohesiveness. A stagnation in cohesiveness. And so when there's something that's joined together and there's an affair, that means something broke away from the unit, from the oneness, from the thing that was connected, and now that cohesiveness, that ability to be together, is now stagnant. And so when there is a secret, it's because something that was unified was broken off. And so now, because you still want to give the persona, I just talked about this earlier, the persona of perfection, there's a secret, right? The second top secret they said that people keep is an embarrassing incident, an embarrassing incident. What that really is, the philosophy of that is stagnation in attempting. Stagnation in attempting, like a fear of failure. And so if something has embarrassed you and you keep it a secret, you're saying, you know what, I'm going to be stagnant in doing something again. Now I'm not going to attempt something because my secret is I tried it before and I failed. That relationship, that business, that I tried it. And so now that secret keeps you stuck and stagnant because you were embarrassed. And so now you're stuck in stagnation because of the philosophy of that secret. And so that debt is a secret. Debt is a secret, right? Debt is a secret because it's saying, I owe everybody and I don't pay nobody, right? That's really what debt is saying. I owe people and I don't pay them. I'm in debt, or I bit off more than I could chew, or I thought I had it and my situation changed, and then I am now find myself in a place of financial inadequacy. And so really that secret of debt is about stagnation in financial literacy. You're saying, I don't know how to get out of this. My credit scores have suffered. My bank account has suffered. And so there's a stagnation now. And so you can't go after certain things, or won't go after certain things, because you're saying, oh gosh, I got to keep it a secret. I'm not letting people know I had to file for bankruptcy. I'm not letting people know what my credit score is too low for me to get a card or to do these things. I'm not letting people know that that's all the money I have in my bank account and I don't have a savings. I'm not letting people know that I had to borrow Peter and had to steal from Peter and Paul. No. So secrets keep us stuck now in financial literacy. So now we are adverse to saying, hey, I need help. I really, so when people are anointed, or people are gifted, or people are poised to help us financially, and they put these things together and they have these courses and have these classes, no, I'm not going to deal with that, because now I've got to expose a secret. I've got to admit that I need help, that there was a place where there was a deficiency. No. Again, secrets keep us stuck. We're stuck. Family history. Oh, it's a secret. But there's mental illness there. But there's medical issues there. We need to know this, and so that we can begin to see where this may come up again. But it's a secret. And do you know that that's now a stagnation in prevention? A stagnation in prevention. Now we can't get therapy. Now we can't get early detection. Now there are not preventive measures because it's a secret. Y'all need to tell me. We need to be able to know, listen, this runs in our, when you go to the doctor, I've talked about this before. One of the things they sit you down to do is say, hey, let's go through your family history. Who else had high blood pressure? Anybody have cancer? Any history of diabetes? I need to be able to understand this, because I can't detect certain things in you if you don't know. Secrets keep us stagnant. Criminal past. Remember, I said earlier, we don't want to create distrust. Pretending to like something you really hate because you want to be accepted. Education. We either dumb it down or we play it up. It goes on both sides. If you're too smart and you have this, oh, don't mind my degrees. Oh, child, don't even bother about that. Yeah, like it's a secret because again, the validation viper bit us. We want to be accepted, and we think if they think we're smarter than them, they won't want us. Or we feel as though we don't have enough education and they're going to look down at us. So we act like we got certain things we don't have. Secrets, depression, unhappiness. It's a secret. I don't want people to let me just smile and giggle and laugh and act like it's a secret because I've told them forever that everything's okay. And then if I tell them it's not okay, and then they ask me, now I got to tell the truth about the relationships or truth about my financial situation or truth about what my children are doing. Secrets. So before I go, of course, I don't give an issue without a solution. And so I'm going to give you a couple of ways, 7 ways. I've been doing 7 tonight, so let's stay with 7. I'm going to give you 7 ways to get unstuck. Because if your secrets won't let you go, they're keeping you stagnant. How do I get unstuck? How do I get to a place where I'm no longer holding secrets? Before I give you those, I see a lot of women on here, and I don't know if you guys knew about my mentorship. I'm so excited. Let me see if I can find the banner for it. Bam, there it is. So in about a week and a half, I am opening up what I'm calling the Hideout. And it's a 6-month escape for women who need a safe place to share and a hidden place to heal and be heard. And so the Hideout is an ability to be mentored by me. It's going to be all of us in a group. I know some of the women on here are already in. Some of them have paid the month to month. Some of them paid in full and got a month off, free. I'm sorry. And but it's my one-time mentorship, y'all, because of the capacity and because of kind of what my hands are doing. I don't have this level of access, right, or availability. And this will be the only time that I will be doing this. And so there's not a when's the next segment opening up. No, it's this or not. It's just this. But it was just on my heart so heavy that I needed to open up this place for women, this secret place for women. And so it's 6-month escape for women who need a timeout. And you can go to drelisaharney.com to sign up for it. And I want you to know that we're going to all come together through the month. We already have a private Facebook group. It hasn't kicked off yet, but we're going to be having some fun in there. It's not going to just be so deep and we're just going to cry and weep. We're going to be you're going to be talking. So it's not going to just even be, I'm just coming up there and talking and whatever. Yeah, no, right? It's going to be us coming together. And so I encourage women, especially, can I just say this, especially women, when you used to out here trying to be a lone ranger, I don't need nobody but me, myself, and God. That's not even biblical. No man is an island. He wants us to be citizens and have community. And a lot of us, we need a safe place to share. And so I want to give women an opportunity for just to share, to talk, to bond. I'm going to be giving us not just even training, but just this group one-on-one time. And I'm so excited about, I'm just so excited about having this place where we can share and where we can just grow and just have a timeout. Like, we got to be so much to everybody else, but we need a timeout. We need a hideout. And so I'm so blessed to be able to have this space. I've done a mentorship before and it was for everybody. And it was amazing, but this is just for women because we're going to be talking about things that just affect us. And we're going to be diving deep, and y'all are going to get to share, like not type in the comments, but show up, turn your camera on and turn your mic on. Let's talk, let's chat. If you were at the pajama party, you got a feel of what it's going to be like. And it was so amazing. And so it's going to affect everything. So the hideout we're going to talk about things that are personal, things that might affect us with relationships, things that might help affect us in our business or career, in our spiritual walk, all of that. And so I'm excited about these next 6 months. And again, registration closes, it starts September 31st. I'm sorry, August 31st. And so get in. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't lose your spot, because it's going to, we already have a schedule and an itinerary. So once it starts and we enroll, that's it. And this is the only opportunity. I know so many people are always saying, Dr. E, I want you to be my mentor. And I'm like, I came in all these people, like I would love to, but the Lord just allowed me to put this out there. And so if you know someone, who, like this would be so good for them, just send them to drelisaharney.com to check it out. And I cannot wait to start. All right, so let me give you these 7 ways to get unstuck from your secrets if your secrets are getting you stuck. Number 1, y'all ready? Number 1, be honest with yourself first. Be honest with yourself first. Let me say this, and I said it earlier, stop projecting perfection. When you project perfection, you hinder your healing. Again, stop projecting perfection. When you do that, you are hindering your healing. And so let me give you a mic drop. Stop hiding what needs to be healed, right? Stop hiding what needs to be healed. I have a saying that God will heal what you will reveal. And the Bible says we have not because we ask not. And so as long as we aren't honest, and as long as we are lying and deceiving ourselves, the Bible talks a lot about us deceiving our own selves, then we can't get healed and we can't get free and unburdened from that thing. Why hasn't God blessed your finances? Because you won't admit that you have a poverty mentality. Why hasn't God healed that relationship? Because you won't admit that you're a narcissist or that you are verbally volatile. Why hasn't God you haven't seen any favor on your job? Because you won't be honest about your lack of discipline. And so, I always have this saying that I say, I don't have it all, I don't know it all, and I can't do it all. But now unto him that is able. And so that's why his strength is made perfect in our weakness, because we're able to be honest about what we can and can't do. Number 2, how do you get unstuck from your secrets? Number 2, see the damage that it's causing. See the damage that it's coming. Secrets incite stagnation, and again, it's a plot against your purpose. Think about all of the opportunities that you've missed because of you just, oh God, I don't want people to know this. Think of all the relationships that you sabotaged, all of the progression that you've passed up simply because of the things that have been hidden on the inside of you that makes you feel unworthy. I want you to do something. I like saying this: promote your perspective. Promote your perspective. I'm looking at this the wrong way. I need to promote that. See yourself higher. I love saying that. See yourself higher. Number 3, how do you defeat the plot against your purpose, which is the secret? Forgive yourself and anybody else that you feel like is responsible for this stagnation. Unforgiveness. I talked about this in my book that I wrote a few years ago, that's called Tainted Reflections. I talked about how unforgiveness is an anchor that locks us in place and it keeps us from moving forward. And I dealt with the fallacy of forgiveness and I forgive me, right? And so you begin forgiving yourself for different things like compromised failure and deferred dreams and misguided intention, blind love, unhealthy decisions. You just roll through this list of things that you've got to forgive yourself for. And then number 4, how do you get free? Find a way to tell it. Find a way to tell it. Now, it goes without saying that you have to be selective about what you reveal and to whom you reveal it. Don't get me wrong. Like even in our mentorship, my mentorship, I don't play. We have attorneys. We have legal binding agreements that what goes on in that mentorship. That's a sacred place where it's just for that mentorship. And so joining it, you're already compliant to that particular thing. But because there's an enormous degree discernment that's required when you're going to begin the process of unbottling. But I want you to understand that it's very necessary to do so. I don't care if it's a friend, a therapist, a member of the clergy, a coach, an anonymous call, a private support group like the Hideout. Get it out before it gets in you and festers. Sometimes we don't tell the truth because we think it's going to dishonor the person that caused that damage. But hear me, wholeness belongs to you. Wholeness belongs to you. Wholeness is your portion. Will you be made whole? And so we have to get to a place where we get it out. Sometimes we get it out because we're writing. Sometimes we get it out because we're singing. Sometimes we got to scream and cry it out, but we've got to get it outside of us. And so number 5, you've got to realize that you're not who you used to be. The enemy tries to hold the past over your head like a secret so that you won't walk out your full purpose. And so that's what the enemy will do. It will try to keep that over you. I told you it's holding you hostage because it doesn't want you to operate in your totality. I would walk out and start doing this, but people gonna say, who is she to talk about it? I remember when she filed bankruptcy. I remember when he got a divorce. I remember when she had a child out of wedlock. I remember when she flunked out of school. This just holding you, but realize that you're not who you were. I've always said this, my past has passed. It's a place of reference, not a place of residence, not a place of relevance. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things got to be laid to rest. They passed away. They need their funeral rites. And then number 6, get clear on who you are right now. But who am I right now? And that might require a little bit of help. Sometimes you can't go because you don't know. You're not stuck. You're just not sure. You need somebody to help you really see yourself higher and help you promote your perspective. That's, again, why I release this mentorship, is because I need you to see you higher and see you different. And then number 7, last but not least, how do you get unstuck from these secrets? Give yourself a do-over. Listen, give yourself a do-over. Just be like, you know what? I didn't do that right. I need to do that again. God, if you would just give me another chance, if you would just give me the tools and the resources, give me a do-over. I need to do that over. Because it's not just going to be a secret. I need to just say, look, at first I didn't succeed. And I flunked, but I'm going to do this again. And this time I'm going to have support. And this time I'm going to have information. And this time I'm going to have confidence and clarity. Give yourself a do-over. So that was what I wanted to do. My late night pop-up tonight about was secrets and stagnation. My secret won't let me get free. But I hope I gave you some clarity and some comprehension about what secrets do, how they weave themselves into our lives, and what we can do to be able to move forward. One more time, next week, it's only open. Mentorship is